Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into how to make a killer portfolio all about AI-enhanced testing.
We're using this awesome source, building a portfolio with AI-enhanced testing, what clients are looking for.
It's packed with insights. So let's imagine you're the client, and we're building this amazing AI-enhanced testing portfolio just for you.
Great approach. First, we need to understand why AI-enhanced testing is such a big deal right now.
Yeah, why are clients so into it? What are they hoping to see?
Results, bottom line. Clients want that return on investment, and AI-enhanced testing really delivers that.
Because AI can analyze tons of data super fast.
Exactly. Faster testing, quicker releases, happier customers.
So since time of the EA money, especially in software development, so AI helps them get products out faster and more efficiently. But what about accuracy? Can AI really outperform humans at finding those bugs?
Oh, absolutely. AI takes away human error and brings consistency that's just not possible with manual testing.
So like an AI algorithm that analyzes code and finds things a human might miss?
Yeah. Imagine it looking for patterns and anomalies that could take a human tester hours, even days to find.
Okay, starting to sound pretty amazing. How does this work in different types of testing, like functional testing, regression testing? Does AI enhance all of those?
Absolutely. Take functional testing of a new mobile app. Traditionally, you'd create all those test cases and run them manually.
Right, checking for any unexpected behavior.
With AI, you train an algorithm on what the app is supposed to do. Then, the AI automatically makes and runs tons of test cases, covering way more scenarios than a person ever could.
Wow, so AI is like having a whole team of testers working all the time. Must be a huge time saver. But what about regression testing? Does AI make a difference there too?
Big time. Regression testing is about making sure new code hasn't messed up anything that was already working.
A critical part, but it can be so time-consuming.
Right, and here's where AI really shines. Think of an AI algorithm that looks at those code changes and knows exactly which parts of the application are most likely to break.
So it focuses its testing there.
Exactly, saving so much time and effort on regression testing.
So AI isn't just about speed, it's about being smart. Like having an AI guru that knows exactly where to look for problems.
Exactly. And it goes beyond functional and regression testing. AI changes performance testing too. Imagine testing a website under a huge load.
You mean like when tons of people are using it at once?
Yeah, AI can simulate that, thousands of users, and gather all this data on how fast the site responds.
And it can figure out if there are any bottlenecks.
Exactly. AI can pinpoint areas that need to be optimized.
Okay, so AI helps build faster, more reliable software, like a secret weapon against bugs and performance issues. I'm convinced. Now, how do I, as your client, know I'm picking someone who really gets this AI-powered testing?
That's where the portfolio comes in. It's not just about listing tools anymore. It's about showing how you use those tools to get real results.
Okay, like telling a story, but what are the parts of that AI-enhanced testing story?
One of the first things clients look for is whether you can show off your AI toolkit.
Like what kind of tools? What are some examples?
Oh, there are so many. Selenium, Appium, Testim, Apple Tools, TensorFlow.
Okay, I've heard of some of those, but how do I know you really understand those tools?
Don't just list them, explain how you use them in actual projects.
So like, I use this tool to do this, and it had this specific impact.
Exactly. For example, you could say, using Apple Tools for visual testing helped me find UI inconsistencies that would have been really hard to catch manually. It made sure that the user experience was consistent across all devices.
So it's not just about knowing the tools, but knowing how to use them strategically to get results. So showing your AI toolkit is step one. What's next?
You need to showcase the different types of testing that you've mastered, always showing how AI makes each one better.
Right, like functional testing, regression testing, performance testing. But how do I know you're not just playing around with AI, but that you really know how to use it for all those different testing scenarios?
That's where you give real-world examples and case studies. Let's say you used AI-enhanced functional testing to test a financial application.
Okay, like a banking app or something.
Yeah, you could explain how AI helped you do more testing, find tricky edge cases that manual testing would have missed. In the end, you delivered a better product to the client.
So showing, not just telling, right? Give me proof.
Yeah.
What else should I be looking for in this portfolio?
This is where it gets really interesting. Clients want to know that you can measure the real impact of AI-powered testing.
Give me an example. How do I quantify that impact? What kind of numbers are we talking about?
Things like how much time you saved, how many more bugs you found, how much money you saved the client. Did you cut testing time by 30%, find 20% more bugs? Let those numbers speak for themselves.
I love it. Show me how you made a difference with AI. This is starting to sound like a portfolio that would really get my attention. But one more question. How do I know you're not just stuck in the past, that you're on top of the latest AI testing stuff?
That's where continuous learning and staying ahead of the curve come in.
Okay, so how do I, as the client, see that in your portfolio? What should I be looking for?
You should have a section that shows what you've been learning recently. Highlight certifications, online courses, workshops, even personal projects where you experimented with new AI tools.
It's like showing that you're excited about AI and always learning. That's a powerful message for a client.
Exactly. You want to show clients that you're ready to lead the way in AI-enhanced testing because it really is the future.
So give me some real-world examples of AI-enhanced testing in action. What kind of impact are we talking about here?
Okay, picture this. A healthcare app,
Right.
managing appointments, sending notifications, all that.
Yep, got to have user profiles
All
too.
right. And the client, the healthcare provider, is really focused on making sure the app is reliable. No room for errors there.
Absolutely. Healthcare software has to be top-notch.
Yeah.
So how did AI help?
They use an AI testing platform to run those functional tests automatically across a bunch of different devices and operating systems. Not only did this ensure consistency, but it caught those little bugs early on that, could become big problems later.
Like preventative medicine for software. I like that. But did it really make a difference?
Oh, yeah. Testing time went down by like 40%, and they caught those sneaky bugs way early. That kind of proactive approach, it saves time, money, and probably a lot of stress for the developers.
Okay, I see how AI is proving its worth. Got another example that'll wow me.
Let's talk about a financial platform that's constantly releasing updates and adding new features, their biggest fear. Those updates messing up what's already working, leading to downtime and frustrated users.
Yeah, I can imagine the complaints rolling in. So how did AI come to the rescue?
This is where AI-enhanced regression testing comes in. They created a system that automatically adjusted the test cases whenever the code changed. It focused on the areas that were, well, most likely to have problems.
Like an AI bodyguard, protecting the software from those regressions.
Did it work?
Big time. They shrunk the testing time by 35% and they found 20% more defects. Smoother user experience, less downtime, fewer errors. Everybody wins.
These examples are awesome. It's clear that AI-enhanced testing is not just some future thing, it's happening now. It feels like any serious tester should have these skills.
Absolutely. This isn't about following a trend. It's about giving clients real value, and that makes you stand out.
Okay, so you've convinced me about why and how AI-enhanced testing matters. You talked about continuous learning earlier. Having the skills is great, but AI changes so fast. How do you stay ahead of the curve?
It's all about being passionate about learning. Spend time every week reading industry blogs, going to webinars, experimenting with new tools, anything that keeps you up to date.
Okay, but how do you show clients that you're really committed to that ongoing learning?
Your portfolio becomes a living thing. Dedicate a section to your recent learning experiences.
Okay, so certifications, online courses, all that. Right. Even personal projects where you tried out the newest AI tools.
Mhm.
Show that you're not just comfortable with today's tools, but that you're already looking at tomorrow's.
It's like showing that growth mindset that you're always learning. That's a good message for clients.
Hmm.
Before we move on, there's one AI technique that I keep hearing about, self-healing tests. What are those all about?
Self-healing tests. They can adapt to changes in the application and basically fix themselves. No humans needed. It's like magic, but it's all powered by algorithms.
Okay, that sounds pretty amazing. But break it down for me. How do they actually work?
AI and machine learning are at the heart of it. These tests, they learn from tons of data. They learn how the application is supposed to work, its structure, its behavior.
So they're kind of like those chess-playing AIs that can analyze millions of games and know what move you're going to make next.
Exactly. But instead of predicting chess moves, they predict how the application will behave. So let's say a developer changes the app's code, adds a new feature or something. Normally, a tester would have to manually update their test scripts to match those changes.
And that takes a ton of time, especially if the app is changing all the time.
Exactly. But with self-healing tests, they adapt on their own. The AI looks at the new code, figures out which tests are affected, and updates them automatically.
It's like having an AI assistant constantly tweaking those test scripts, keeping everything up to date.
Exactly. It frees up testers to do more interesting and strategic work, and it makes those tests more accurate, too.
Okay, so self-healing tests definitely sound like something you want to have in your portfolio. But I think we should move on to the actual process of building that portfolio now.
All right, we're back and ready to dive into the specifics of how to build this amazing AI-enhanced testing portfolio.
We've talked about the why and the how of AI-enhanced testing. Now, let's make sure you present your expertise in a way that wows potential clients. Because having the skills is one thing,
Yeah.
but presenting them effectively, that's an art. So where do we start with this portfolio masterpiece?
Think of your portfolio as a story of efficiency, innovation, and client success. And every good story needs, well, a good structure.
I like that, a story. Not just listing skills and projects, but making them into something that captures the client's attention. What are those key elements that make it so compelling?
Clarity is number one. Your portfolio should be easy to follow. Clear headings, concise descriptions, logical flow. Clients shouldn't have to search for information. It needs to be digestible and engaging.
Right, nobody wants to read a wall of text no matter how impressive your skills are. So structure and clarity, check. What else?
Visuals, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Use screenshots, diagrams, graphs, anything to make your projects come alive.
Big fan of visuals. They can really make a portfolio stand out. Any tips for using them well?
Definitely. Make sure your visuals are high quality and actually relevant. Don't just throw random images in there. Use captions to give context. You could have a screenshot of an AI testing dashboard,
Okay.
and the caption could be something like, "This dashboard provides real-time insights into test progress, defect rates, and the health of the project."
Great tip. Now let's talk about metrics. We touched on this before, but it's super important. Clients want to see results.
Exactly. Metrics show the value you bring. Don't be afraid to highlight the numbers, the time you saved, bugs found, costs reduced. Quantify your achievements whenever you can.
Numbers speak louder than words. They show how effective you are. Any advice on presenting them in a way that really makes an impact?
Be specific and clear. Instead of significantly reduce testing time, say reduce testing time by 40%, you see, details make it more believable and impactful.
Specific, quantifiable results.
Yeah.
That's what clients want to see. Now let's talk about the continuing education section. Why is that so important?
AI changes so quickly, continuous learning is essential. Clients need to see that you're not just sitting still, you're pushing yourself to stay on top of things. The continuing education section shows that commitment.
So you're not just skilled, you're passionate and always learning. What kinds of things should go in that section?
Certifications, online courses, workshops, conferences. And don't be afraid to go beyond formal education. Mention personal projects, things you've tried out, blog posts you've written about trends in AI.
It's really about showing that you live and breathe AI and that you want to stay at the forefront of this field. That's something clients are looking for.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a question to think about.
Always a good idea. What's the question?
If you could choose just one AI testing solution to showcase in your portfolio, the one you're most excited about, what would it be and why?
That's a tough one. There's so much happening in the world of AI testing. I'm curious to hear what our listeners choose. And that's a wrap for this deep dive on AI-enhanced testing portfolios. We covered why it's important, how to build a fantastic portfolio, and even touched on some cutting-edge stuff like self-healing tests.
Remember, this is just the start of your journey. Embrace the challenges, keep learning, and you'll be shaping the future of testing. It's an exciting time to be in this field.
That's it for the deep dive. Until next time, keep diving deep.